time for a couple more. Go to the back there. If we have time, we'll give you the last question.
So you talked before about reducing the national deficit. My interest is working in cybersecurity. Do you have any plans to reduce fraud using any cybersecurity concepts, PKI?
Yes, actually. You know, there's a good book we're just reading. I'd highly recommend it. We were listening to an audiobook the other day. It's late night, husband-wife stuff here. Book on cybersecurity. It's by Scott Shapiro. What was the name of the book, actually? Scott Shapiro's the author. It's by...
Fancy Bear Goes Fishing.
What's it got? Fancy?
Bear Goes Fishing.
Oh, it's got like the scariest cover. It's like this teddy bear. It's like a blue teddy bear. Fancy Bear Goes Fishing. Anyway, it lays out a lot of what I think are some basic, nonpartisan, practical policies. We're more vulnerable to cyber attacks and super EMP attacks than we've ever been in our national life. You know something that could actually take this country out? The combination of the two. That could about kill half this country. I want people to internalize that. If our electric grid is out, planes are falling out of the sky. Well, it's not like we don't have pieces of planes falling out of the sky already. But this is a serious matter across the board. Our own, people want to take insulin, can't refrigerate it anymore. Basic food security is out the window. And we're sitting here blithely assuming that we have the luxury of deciding whether to ship $200 billion more in munitions to Ukraine, as though we don't have a vulnerability problem right here at home. And so I think about $100 billion of added investment from our national defense budget into hardening our electric grid is a core priority for me. That goes to the heart of actually saying we're actually planning on slight increases in our military expenditures, but drastic increases in the portion of it that goes to actually fortifying the homeland. And then basic cyber defense capabilities, at least a $50 billion added budget towards actually bringing the best and brightest to cyber defense. The area where we're okay right now is retaliation, right? If somebody hits us with a cyber attack, we can go on cyber offense. But our cyber defense capabilities are entirely missing. And I want to just tell you a funny tidbit from this book we picked up, which is interesting. He's actually a former law professor of mine when I was in law school at Yale, too. I didn't know him, but thoughtful man, it seems, from the book. You can't make this stuff up. You know the guy who made the first computer virus was actually a guy who did it with good intentions. He's a tenured professor at MIT right now, just trying to explore how one computer could actually go to another. And that's exactly how the first computer virus began. It's funny how you even think about the origin of the global pandemic. Use of gain-of-function research to prevent a global pandemic is actually what created a global pandemic in this country. And so we live in a moment where the hubris of the technocrats has actually, in the name of protecting us, created many of the very dangers that we face. But it's going to take, I think, a leader who says, it's not the technocrat that's in charge. It's the actual leader accountable to the people that makes the decisions. And yes, we'll hire the good technocrats where we need them to accomplish the will of the people. But it's not going to be the other way around. And so anyway, that's the way I'm going to lead this country, from cybersecurity threats to super EMP threats. Things that I don't believe certain other candidates may have an ability to tell you very much about. But I think that whoever's going to be your next commander-in-chief deserves, and you deserve to have them know, the actual threats that we face and to protect us against them. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that question. Thank you. We'll give you the final word, sir.